So hello friends, from today we have started a new chapter. The chapter name is resources. So resources is a very important chapter, and in competitive examinations also from this chapter the questions arise. So you must have to focus on this chapter for your better performance. So let's start the chapter. So first of all, in the content, table of content gives us that what are the resources. In this chapter we will learn about the different types of resources and the what is meaning of the term, that is resource, then conserving resources, and then principles of sustainable development. So let's start. So what are resources? So resources are anything that is useful and helps people meet their needs. Means resources is nothing but a thing that satisfies your needs, that fulfills your requirements. Suppose that you require just to drink, just to quench your thirst. So water can be a resource for you because it has the ability to quench your thirst. So it become a resource for you. And many examples you can take. Just for an sake of your understanding, I have took this example. Then we have subdivided the resources into natural resource, like air, water, trees, and then human resources like buildings, machines, and tools. Even people themselves with their skills and knowledge are valuable resource. So if you just search, then you will find that people are also come under the resources. When it is not compulsory and it is not always, it can be only applicable when the people are resources, means that they have some abilities, they have some talent, they can earn livelihood. And if these all factors are inherited in the people, then only you can say that the people is considered as a resource. So nobody can just claim himself or herself a resource only until then if he or she can be taken in use in the society, if he or she can do something betterment for the society, then only the people can be considered resource. What are resources? So here you can see the picture in a very, you can say, common picture. You can see in this you have it has been demonstrated, and by this you can see various kind of objects that come under our need in daily life and that are termed as resource for us. Key points. Key points are resource, value, and importance. So definitely, if something is resource, if we are claiming it is resource, then it must be it must have some importance, it must have some value. So in this, the value of a resource depends upon its usefulness. Just we say at our home that this thing is not useful, this thing is very useful, this thing is very costly. So these all terms and these all fact and figures just demonstrate about its importance that plays in your life. So some resources are like metals, hold economic value. Metals, in sense, I'm just telling not only about gold, it can be any metal. Any means any. Iron, you can say iron also can play a very vital role in daily life activities. Just like as an example, I take the chair on which you sit or live, the desk, or you can say the table in your school where you every day go and sit. It's must made up of metal, any kind of metal. There are possibilities that your bench and etc. means many things. You can take an example, maybe made up of wood, but in a daily life, the most things that we take in use are made up of metals. So it's a very valuable item that plays role in our life. Scenic landscapes. And now you must have a thought, an idea about how can a scenic landscape can become a resource for us. So no, it is resource. Why? Because it has some beauty. It is a place of tourism. Just for economic growth of the people, just for earning a livelihood, it can be taken in importance, and then we claim it as a resource for our well-being and for improving the quality of life. We must learn something from the landscapes around us, because there are a lot many things in nature which is now not explored and need to be explored further. Now, then impact of technology on resource value. Technological progress can increase the value of resources over time, making them more useful or profitable. Resource can be anything, just I have mentioned. So in this context, it is telling about technological progress. Technological progress means in earlier times, the raw materials like uranium, coal, and various petroleum products must exist, but at that time the people did not have the idea about how to use it. That's why it could not be taken in use, but now it has been found out by the help of technology, and then we can use it with optimum utilization. But we must have to pay the cost, and that's why the context is telling about the technological and time along with the money expenditure upon it.